This is it right here. Can you see this little clot? And it's right next to it. So you can actually see where it tore off. So this is the placenta, and it tore a little bit.
What's up, guys? We are about to head out. December the 14th, going for our second ultrasound to see baby D. I think it's really cool that we do get to see baby D every week for the 3 weeks of doing ultrasounds.
A lot of people have asked why we're doing so many ultrasounds early on and asked if I was going to be high risk, but this is just an option that Dr. Brazina gave us. He said he recommends to people to come back at least 2 more times. To your regular OB doesn't have you do those as often, so this is just a decision that we made to do.
It gives us the opportunity to see baby D as he or she grows and to just watch and make sure nothing is going on, and just help us to feel more safe and
at
confident
ease.
And at ease. Yeah. Here we go.
We're definitely getting bigger. You can see the heart pumping right in the center there. We go ahead and do a heart rate one right here. Perfect, 170. That's great. Nice and high.
What week will we actually be able to hear the heart?
Usually it's about 10 or 11 weeks before they can actually hear it from the belly.
And what week do they do the gender normally?
Usually it's when you go for your complete ultrasound, around 18 to 20 weeks.
Okay.
That's when the heart and everything's developed enough for us to do what's called a complete ultrasound.
Okay.
We look at brain anatomy, heart anatomy, make sure all the bones, everything structural wise is normal.
Okay.
So that's when we can start picking up, usually if a baby's got like Down syndrome or different abnormalities, we usually can pick it up at that stage.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That is
Pretty.
crazy.
The baby that's the yolk sac sitting up above the baby right there, that kind of circular area, but that is actually the baby. And you can actually see an arm bud
Yeah.
branching off right there. And this is where the head's forming in.
That is crazy.
Very cool. Go down and show your cervix. But the baby grew perfectly. It's right with dates. It's measuring 7 weeks, 6 days, so that's perfect. But so far so good. You can actually start to see a little bit better. Do you see this circular area? That's kind of that thin white line surrounding the baby. That's called the amnion. So as the baby grows, that grows out to the wall.
Okay.
So that's doing what it's supposed to do. So that's perfect. And there you can kind of see the little arm buds kind of branch off the side right there.
It's crazy to see it on there and then to still think of how tiny it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool seeing the
arm buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really awesome.
Yeah.
This is the talk where Dr. Brazina tells us exactly what he's seen on the ultrasound.
7 weeks and 6 days, right on target, right? Heart rate looks great, 170 beats per minute, yolk sac looks fine, all that's great. There's a little bit of a tear this week. I see this in 60% of people. Not a huge, dangerous thing. This is it, right here. You see this little clot? And it's right next to it. So you can actually see where it tore off. So this is the placenta, and it tore a little bit. So what we're gonna do is, this is small, okay? I get worried when these things get above 1 or 2 or 3 centimeters. This is 0.3.
Okay.
Relatively small. Super common. Not a crazy thing. But we're gonna watch this next week, and we're gonna tell you to kind of take it easy.
So what happens? Does it
Well, provided the rip, so you've got this little rip here, right? The danger of this is if it keeps bleeding, then it gets big, pulls it off, bleeds more, but then you could theoretically lose the pregnancy. Now, you're not going to do that because we're not going to let you do that, right?
Okay.
If you have a lot of bleeding, you're going to do nothing, right?
Right.
If you don't do anything and this doesn't re-bleed, it'll just sort of reabsorb and go away over the next week or two.
Okay.
And as long
So
as
it's not like a long period thing. It should. end
No.
up going away.
It'll resolve over the next
Okay.
week or two. We're just following you up to 10 weeks to make sure that so this is part of the reason we're following you.
Okay.
Honestly, right? So this sort of thing is what we're following you for. We're not just observing you. We're making changes based on what we see.
Right.
We're gonna see what it looks like next week. If it gets way bigger, well then we put you on lockdown.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, sir.
Don't lose a lot of sleep over this. You're gonna be okay. If I was, you know me, if I was worried about this, do you think that you would know?
Yeah.
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 Right?
Yeah.
So, I'm okay with this. You're going to be okay. I do want you to take it easy. We'll see what it looks like next week and go from there. So overall, this is fantastic. Everything looks good. The baby's growing, everything. We're just trying to be uber protective, right?
Right. Okay.
So, everything is going to be all right. Dr. Brazina reassured us that there was a concern, but nothing to be super worried about. He wants Ashley to take this week and rest, relax, and then we'll come back in next Wednesday morning, see where everything's at, and go from there. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up button down below. And also, you can click the circle over here to the side. Maybe it's that side, maybe it's this side, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. Thank you.